Welcome to the Bard of All Trades podcast. I'm your host, Brad the Bard, and today I have the Jersey Devil, the man, Sam Vorbe, with me.
What's up?
And we're here at Tom DeBlas's Academy. Giant shout out to Tom DeBlas for letting us use this space. And before we begin, I just want to shout out a couple people, my sponsors, Valley Jiu-Jitsu. If you guys want a week free of learning how to choke people in the Allentown, Pennsylvania area, hit up Valley Jiu-Jitsu, mention the Bard, you get a week for free. B.N.B. Media, if you guys want your event filmed or live streamed, hit us up. We'll take care of you. Giant shout out to Makoto Brands and the Hive Jiu-Jitsu. If you guys are in Cream Ridge, New Jersey, want to learn how to choke people for free, mention the Bard. You get a week for free over there. And finally, darklegacy.net. If you guys want to check out some creative writing and really dope sci-fi action, check out that link in the description. Finally, Patreon subscribers Sam and Chris, make sure you guys check out my description for my Patreon link. And let's start the show. My bad about going through that lengthy introduction.
Oh, no, I enjoyed it. It was really professional.
Yo, so we just got out of Hudson Valley with Sam Vorbe and got a pretty triumphant victory, my man. Tell me a little bit about that event. That was like pretty random event. Oh, we got
some company.
But yeah, so that I've never even heard of Hudson Valley. Looks like that was on Flow though. Pretty cool event from what I saw. Tell me a little bit about it, man.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure this is Hudson's second event, maybe more. But
looked like the card was pretty all right.
Oh no, a lot of good names, up and coming names, people you've already seen in the scene already. But I had a good time, you know. I got to see a lot of my friends there, teammates. Well, not teammates, but friends that are kind of like teammates to me.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I had a good time. I went out there, and I knew I was going against the brown belt from Gorilla BJJ. So, you know, I'm a purple belt still, so I had to respect that he was a brown belt. But, you know, I came out there. I wanted to attack, you know, push the pace a lot. I wanted to work mostly what I've been doing in the school, but I wasn't able to get a bite on anything the way I wanted to. He was being really defensive. So at that point, I was like, full send. Let's do some cartwheels and make this exciting the best that I can.
Yeah, I saw some highlights on your Instagram. It seemed like a pretty entertaining match, which is quintessential for you. Every time I've seen you roll, it's always like, holy shit.
Thank you.
Who brought fucking T'Challa over here? You're always out to party, man. It seems we caught you doing a RKO on somebody the other event. You want to tell me a little bit about what happened there?
All right, so the story behind that.
Gotta know.
Oh my God, you guys are gonna be the first to hear it. So whoever tunes into this is lucky.
Yeah.
So on the way up there, me and Sean Marco, we were driving up, and I was like, "Yeah, we're gonna have to stop by the liquor store on the way to grab a beer." And he's like, "Why?" He's like, "You're gonna drink before you compete." I'm like, "No." I'm like, "Dude, I'm gonna do the Cold Stone Stunner. Then you're gonna throw me a beer."
No way.
And he's like, "Dude, there's no way you're doing that." And I'm like, "Hell yeah, I am." He's like, "Yo, you have to do it. You're gonna go viral." I'm like, "Yeah, I know." So we went to the liquor store. I got a Miller Lite because I don't even know what I tried to look up what Stone Cold Steve Austin drinks, but
Coors Light if I had to guess. But you were probably pretty close with that one.
Yeah, I think actually no, maybe I got a Coors. I don't know.
Yeah.
So you know, once the match started, I was just like, honestly, I wanted to get I was gonna do a RKO. Well, a stunner into a Imanari roll.
Oh my God,
that was the main plan. But from the beginning, like I was doing jiu-jitsu, but the whole thing I was like, I have to get this.
I have to meme.
At one point, I got his back, and I was like, I can't do this. I could submit him now, but no, we're gonna pin it. So I got back up, and then eventually the RKO comes in. Well, it is an RKO because I land on my back. The stunner, you have to land on your ass. And I was like, I'm not about to break my tailbone.
Yeah.
Because
the mats were thin there at that event.
Yeah,
right?
And I'm glad I did the RKO instead of the stunner, because when I fell onto my back, I never drilled it once. So I was like, Jesus Christ.
Who does this?
Yo, shout out to all the WWE, all those superstars out there. You guys are legit, because that definitely did not feel good to do.
Yo, for real. Knock the wind out of you and shit. I can only imagine. Is there another move that like you plan on doing? Like how do you, like, I'm curious, like how do you decide, like, yo, this guy, this John Smith from XYZ gym, I don't know why, but I need to choke slam this fucking guy.
Well, that was the first one. The next move I potentially want to do, I think I'm gonna do what's it called? The Walls of Jericho, which is the Boston Crab.
Oh man.
So, hey, my future opponents, watch out.
Yo, for real, watch out. The memes are coming, yo. You're about to be on fucking BJJ Fanatics Facebook group in a meme. But yo, so like, tell me a little bit about like your career here, man. Like, I know you were slotted to do some MMA. Some people got scared. Like you got sick as well. Like I know you were kind of going through like a lot of different plans that kind of got weirdly mishmashed this year. Tell me a little bit about your journey like this year, man. Like it seems like you're on the up and up right now, so it's good to see that.
Yeah, so the whole MMA thing, you know, I never wanted to stray away from it, but it was like a weird thing because like I'd only get fights at 55, and then I couldn't like make it to 55 sometimes. Or the people would just back out because of my jiu-jitsu. Mm-hmm. But basically, all of last year, I was training for MMA, but I was still competing jiu-jitsu because I was like, I see a lot of guys in a bunch of different gyms. They just wait for their MMA fights. They just wait. Yeah. And, like, you're not guaranteed a fight. So I was like, I want to stay active doing jiu-jitsu and be ready for any type of competition. So when I step into that ring, I'm already used to it. You know, it might not be jiu-jitsu, but I'm going in front of a crowd. Yeah. And I always want to be ready for that. And plus, I just like testing myself. And then, I don't know, I just love jiu-jitsu. I love combat. I love fighting. But trust me, when I do make that MMA debut, hopefully it's in one championship.
Okay.
But it's going to be fireworks, 100% for sure.
Yeah, not a doubt in my mind, dog. Tell me a little bit about like what got you inspired to start doing martial arts, man. Like where did your journey start with this?
So one of my friends, Michael Denora, he did jiu-jitsu way back in the day. And I don't know, he's a pretty badass dude. So I was like, I want to do it. And then I was in school. I was in college in Florida. And I remember just thinking to myself, like, you know, I want to fight for my life, you know? Like, the whole music thing wasn't working out. It's all about connections.
Yeah, we can dive down that rabbit hole as well.
Yeah. So, I was just like, nobody was taking me seriously because I was like 220, just solid muscle and black. And I played metal music.
So they were the most intimidating thing you could be.
Yeah, so they were just like, yo, you don't play music. So, nobody took me seriously. So, I came back to New Jersey, started training. I sucked at first, and I just kept going, kept training.
You started with jiu-jitsu?
Yeah, I started with jiu-jitsu and MMA, and I mean, MMA for me was just kind of like getting my face punched in by professional fighters, but it made me tough.
Yeah, for sure. That must be rough. I remember talking to somebody about that, where we were talking about a lot of guys that end up in MMA gyms are just tough guys, and the way you weed it out. Honestly, this is kind of similar in jiu-jitsu. Is like you got the mat enforcers, you got the cage enforcers to kind of just like beat these guys into their place and see if they're actually here to like just learn how to fucking beat up their baby mom or what. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, because like when I first started out doing MMA, I'm glad. I was very fortunate to do it with the people I did it with, because it was just like we all had a good team bond going.
Yeah,
and
so important, man.
It was definitely, I'm always grateful for it. And I don't know, after a while, went around to bunch of different schools, saw a lot of looks, and I don't know, I had a good time so far in my martial arts journey. And right now I'm at Tom's school, Ocean County BJJ, and this is definitely my perfect fit.
Yeah, man. It seems like I haven't gotten a role here yet, but I'm just we can look out the window right now and see all your training partners kind of getting involved with their class here. And I've seen in competition, Emerald City most recently, a bunch of people from your spot here have been dominating the competition, man. So it definitely seems like a really solid spot to be at.
Yeah, 100%. Also, guys, be on the lookout for my teammate Bert. He's a monster, bro. This kid has been training for about maybe a year or two now. He's going to be a big problem. He's going to be a big problem for all of you soon.
No, for sure. Can you tell me a little bit about, like, I know for a fact because I met you in another gym that neither of us went to, and like we kind of started seeing each other at a couple of open mats and things.
Yeah.
Tell me about, you know, as a fellow gym tourist, what are some good signs of a gym and maybe some like bad signs of a gym, like or symptoms, like qualities, you know what I mean, things like this. Like what are some of your favorites and maybe not so favorite things about some gyms?
I can go. All right, let's go.
Yeah.
Let's go. What I look for when I go into a gym, one, they gotta be just down to earth. You know, they just welcome you with open arms. And you know, most of the times, a lot of the times, when I first started traveling to different schools, it was all in the affiliation.
Yeah.
Of Ricardo Almeida. I used to go to Ricardo school, open arms all the time. Oh, you're from Dante's, you're good. Go to Gary School at Brunswick. Go to Tom's school. All great people, and all the teaching similar, you know.
Yeah.
So I really liked it. And then, but going to certain schools, you know, you gotta look at people's skin. 100%. For anybody who's watching this, like if you see anything on someone's skin, you should honestly tell the instructor, or just keep it to yourself and leave.
Yeah.
Because you don't want to risk getting ringworm or cellulitis. Because I had cellulitis. I was in the hospital for like 2 weeks. Not a good time.
Rough, man. I know I got at Naga, I think it was one of my teammates got impetigo, and he spread it to a couple of us like at the gym. Like he thought it was just a scab, but like it turned out like that shit started spreading on him, and it hit a bunch of us. And like,
oh god,
dude, that's a nightmare, bro. It's like the plague, you know what I mean? Like it's similar to like coronavirus. It's like one person has it, you're gonna fuck up a group of people because, you know, being around. Like it's rude too, like having a person do that. Like you're gonna look in the mirror and go, ah, that's all right. Like,
yeah, at least cover it up with like spats or something.
Yeah, for real, bro. At the very least, leaving that shit exposed is pretty gross. That's definitely a good thing to point out. I think one of my favorite things that gyms have, and there are some incredible gyms out there that don't have this, but I'm just gonna say it: a shower.
Yes. Every gym that has a shower, you rule. And also, hey, when it's summer, if there's a hose back there, don't be afraid to use the hose.
Bro, I've been saying, I've been like, yo, like I'll visit. I want to train with y'all, but it's a 2-hour drive home, and that's Staff City.
Or get those defense wipes.
Yo, I have some in my bag right now. You need to have them Jones on you for sure. That's really good. Can you tell me a little bit about like how you pick roles when you go to a new gym? I'm curious. Like, what's your process? How do you like filter it out? You pick the spazzy white belt.
No, I go with everyone,
Yeah.
100%. But I don't go in there trying to kill. I try to have a knowledgeable, respectful role where we both learn from each other. I'm not going to have an ego, you know. I came there, I'm a visitor, and that's that.
Yeah, man.
We're going to have a good time, and I make sure when I leave, you're going to be like, wow, that's a cool dude.
Yeah. I think I only hear good things about you from people, so like I think you've been pulling it off, whatever you're going for with that mentality. That's pretty sick, man. So tell me a little bit about what you have plans like coming up, man. Like, so we just got off a tear right here, killing people. Like what are the next victims gonna be?
Ironman grappling at the end of May,
Okay.
May 21st, stacked. I'm not gonna say who's on it yet, but it's definitely gonna be a crazy bracket, 100% for sure. And yeah, it's gonna be fireworks.
Yeah.
I always say fireworks, but it is.
Yeah.
You know, it's a lot of high level dudes. And I'm on the up and coming, so let's see if I can take them all down.
Yeah, man. That's awesome, man. It's a good mentality to have. I think I remember like my first role with you, like I was just mad intimidated. I'm like, man, this guy's fucking brolic, bro. I'm about to get messed up. But like, I think the amount of athleticism to go with your technicality for the amount of skill like that you have, like the skill level, like the amount of years you've been training, I think you're an outlier for sure. Like, and we've obviously seen you tap like high level dudes. Like you kind of probably could consider yourself like a black belt slayer a little bit out there. You know what I mean?
See, since I compete no-gi, I never know anybody's rank until afterwards.
Yeah.
So like I wouldn't consider myself a black belt slayer or anything. You know, some people, they have their black belts, they shouldn't even have it. But you know, I just go do my thing. I don't really care the rank. I'll go against anyone. I've done it before. and lower rank, higher rank, as long as there's a mat, let's go.
Yeah, I feel that, man. Do you have like a specific rule set you gravitate toward with jiu-jitsu? Like I know like you really like at your heart like you're a fighter, right? Like the MMA is kind of like the core of why you started everything. So is there a rule set that kind of like makes you feel more at home than others?
So at first I was like, yeah, sub only. I don't care if somebody passes my guard, whatever.
Yeah.
And then I mean, as long as I get the submission. But it's kind of stupid. You know, you could just be getting your guard passed. It's ridiculous. But now I like points. If I were to do any rule set, I would do ADCC rule set.
Yeah, you like the ADCC rule set?
That's all I've been training for.
Yeah, man. It's a popular rule set. What do you think?
I think it's gonna get more popular.
Yeah.
But the EBI.
Yeah, I was just gonna ask you about what you think of EBI.
I definitely don't like EBI because you got
the OT rounds.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of guys just weather the storm. You don't even attack. Yeah. But then once overtime, Jesus Christ, these people transform.
Yeah.
Into beasts.
Yeah.
They know that game like there's no tomorrow. They're gonna explode out of your back controller armbar. But I mean, is that an honorable win? I don't know.
I mean, I remember like when I was bad at like points, I would always say, man, winning by points ain't a good win. But like even now, like I'm a purple belt as well, and I feel like I've been really trying to hone in my wrestling and things like this because I'm at the stage of my jiu-jitsu and martial arts journey where if I identify a hole in my game, I kind of focus on that. Even the striking aspect of things, like I have no aspiration of doing any like legit MMA stuff. Like maybe if I get invited to a Street Beefs to fight another podcast guy, like maybe I'll do that. But you know, I don't have huge aspirations in that capacity, but I've been really enjoying like doing some like combat jiu-jitsu stuff just to see what incorporating striking into jiu-jitsu is like, you know what I mean?
Hey, also if everyone wants to get me on combat jiu-jitsu, I'm always down.
Yeah.
If you want something crazy to watch, obviously hit me up.
You hit the man up.
But going back to the points in EBI, so like every rule set, I mean, it's just a rule set, whatever, but I feel like you got to play a point game to have a successful match. Because when I used to always go into like, oh, there's no points, just let my guard get past, it's not a good look.
Yeah.
Ending up inside control is not a good look. Getting your back taken is not a good look. Whenever I did my most recent competition at Hudson, in my mind, I played the points game. I was dominant the whole time. He wasn't giving me anything, but I'm passing. And I'm establishing position. Like, what more could you want?
Yeah.
And I'm doing it in a flashy style. But a lot of guys, too, when it comes to the points, if you're just going to pass the guard and stall there the whole entire time, bro, you suck. Nobody wants to watch that.
Yeah, for real. I feel that, man. I think there's definitely something in my mind. Like I'm not a big competitor, right? Like I'm a jiu-jitsu casual that hangs out with pros. Like that's the kind of way I look at it. But there's something about when I do compete, in my mind, I'm like, is this going to be an entertaining match? And that's like in the front of my mind. I'm like, I gotta at least enjoy watching this video back, even if I lose. Like,
yeah, no, 100%.
I better be doing something cool. Like, you know what I mean? For sure. Like, so I'm curious. Like, obviously we had some WWE stuff going on, like, and everything. Are there any high-level grapplers that you look up to? Maybe people that you're training with actively, or maybe people you haven't trained with but you like to watch their tape and stuff. Like, who do you like aspire to like emulate the style of, or really like their style, or anything like that?
I mean, obviously Gary Tonin.
Tonin's a beast, yeah.
Yeah, you know, I was fortunate enough to like learn under Tonin for a couple years. He's the man, you know, huge inspiration for me. And it's just, I don't know, his style is just everything that I want and more. But let me see who else. I mean, I don't really care too much about other grapplers.
Yeah, you just got go for the top shelf.
Because I feel like they're really not my style. Like Gary's like the same kind of like height as me, so it's like okay, I could do that.
Yeah, I feel that. That's awesome, man. So I'm kind of curious to talk a little bit about like a good transition to get into the music. Like, so at Hudson Valley, I don't know if you had a walkout song for your match.
There was no walkout music for anyone. I was very upset.
Yeah. What do you look for in a walkout song? Like, what have you used in the past, and like what makes a good walkout song to you?
Jesus Christ. Everybody knows my walkout music is crazy.
Yeah.
I mean, for the RKO, I came out to Chief Keef Finado. That was a red flag.
Yeah. Yeah.
At that moment, he should have known that, like, yo, maybe I shouldn't go out there.
I might get fucked up by this guy.
Yo, yeah. One time I came out to Girls Just Want to Have Fun.
That's a good one.
Why not?
You don't
The
wanna lose
crowd
to
crowd goes crazy. Dancing Queen, ABBA.
Okay, all right, man. I like your style.
That was a good time. And, you know, people, you know, I want to make the sport grow, you know. Yeah, I want to be a good grappler, but I want to make the sport get bigger and bigger.
Yeah.
And, you know, I think Gordon said, like, you have to be an athlete, but you also have to, you have to be an entertainer.
Yeah.
Like 100%. Because I don't want to just do grappling for the rest of my life. You know, I want to go do other stuff as well, but I want to have a fun time while I'm doing it here and make sure I'm remembered.
Yeah.
In an authentic way.
Yeah, I feel that, man. That was an incredible response. Thank you for that. So yeah, man. Like, what do you think about like some of the controversies like around like the Paul brothers and like them doing like MMA and like boxing and stuff? Like, some people have an opinion where like it's a good thing because it's bringing more eyes to the sport, you know, bringing more people, more money into the sport and things like that. But other people think like they're making a mockery of, you know what I mean, and the sacredness of what boxing and MMA is. Like, they're letting casuals get involved and stuff.
Honestly, they're geniuses. They're just making combat sport, you know, more relevant.
Yeah.
To be honest, but in all honesty, boxing is dead.
Yeah.
I don't know how most of these boxers, I don't know them. I know Ryan Garcia, that Devin Haney dude, and Tank, Javante Davis, and other than
know
that,
more names than I can rip off. Like,
exactly. Like, nobody cares about boxing. MMA is where it's at. Jiu-Jitsu is, look at Jiu-Jitsu now. It's ADCC. Dude, they're going to sell out at their next event, you know. And then the next trials, oh my God.
Yeah, dude.
Like, that's going to be crazy.
Yeah. Did you was there anything at the trials that kind of stood out to you as pretty interesting? Like, were you there like on site?
I wasn't at West Coast. I was at East Coast.
Yeah, I remember like seeing some of that. I remember the hat too, like from the pictures and stuff with people and stuff. Tell me a little bit about that. I know in like the West Coast stuff, man, we saw a ton of buggy chokes, which was pretty interesting. Like, I don't know if you saw like any of that. I know there was that one dude that got slammed.
Actually, no, yeah, I was watching Flow Grappling, and Miguel from Montgomery was reffing the match.
Yeah.
And this dude is in a buggy choke. I mean, this dude is just like, yo, I'm not about to get tapped by a buggy choke. He picked this dude up and slammed him as hard as he could. I swear, I think the guy got definitely knocked out for a second. Yeah. He was definitely stunned.
Yeah, for sure.
I don't know if he got disqualified or not. Probably.
Well,
no,
I mean,
you could slam out
you're
of submission.
Allowed to, right? Like,
yeah.
I think what he did was entirely legal. In fact, if anyone got like DQ'd, it was the guy who, you know, got knocked out. You know what I mean? It's kind of the way of the beast there. It's an interesting rule set. I think it's definitely controversial, but I think that's good for the sport. You know what I mean? Similar to how I feel about like combat jiu-jitsu even. You know, some people think like, you know, it's diet MMA, but other people, it's like it's kind of got a lot of the same principles to it, you know.
You know what's funny? There's a combat jiu-jitsu coming up, and I see all these like big name grapplers on it, and I'm just thinking to myself like, what are you guys doing? Like, it's just like all these like top level guys. I'm like, are you guys gonna actually? I wish I knew which one it is. I know Damian Anderson's on it, Ethan's on it. I think Keith Krikorian's on it.
Yeah.
And also that new Kieran guy who
Oh,
just won.
just Emerald City, man.
Yeah.
That was incredible. Dude. I cannot believe that.
Dude, that dude popped up out of nowhere.
Yeah, I'm trying to line a podcast up with him, actually. I was going to do it, and then I got sick. He was in D.C. for some time. I'm like, I'm going to come down, but I got sick, so I'm coming for you, Kieran, man. Dude it did an incredible display. I think because he came out of the qualifier from finishers, right?
Yeah,
so
no, that was even
underdog,
cooler.
Bro.
So
you know
that
what I
was
mean?
even
The
cool.
underdog won the whole thing.
Yeah, think about it. This Canadian dude came to America and was just like, yo, I'm about to tear it up.
For real, dude. Groundbreaking stuff, man. It was... I don't think anyone expected that, man. I think I was talking to everybody like during the event, and no one said they were expecting him to catch a W at the end there. So that was pretty crazy stuff.
Oh my god, yeah, because I was even watching the finishers, and I remember I saw him win. I'm like, dude, who is this guy from Canada? Because like when I was looking for where he's from, Canada, I'm like, all right, it's pretty brazy to come to America and just to do a finishers.
Yeah.
But he won. And then he went to Emerald City. And he won.
He's like, what? $1,000. Sign me up. Damn, man, it's good stuff. It's interesting, man, because you have a lot of these different academies have like, you know, their top shelf guys, and it's crazy to see like the disparity in like the styles, right? Like you see like a lot of like rubber guard and kind of more interesting things out of like the 10th Planet guys, and then like out of maybe like some of the Henzo guys, you have like obviously the cutting edge like lock stuff, right? So it's just interesting to see what is working, you know, at the highest level. Like every year it changes, you know what I mean? Like in ADCC last year, how many buggy chokes were there, bro? Like
0. I'm pretty sure the buggy choke just became relevant.
Yo, for real, dude. It's funny. I think the buggy choke is an interesting one because like you can counter buggy choke people, and I feel like once they figure the meta out on that move, that shit's going out of the window. I don't think you're gonna see it that much.
Yo, heads up. If anybody tries to buggy choke me, you will be slammed.
Yeah, for real, yo. And well deserved. I've had people try to disrespect me with that shit. I'll start grinding it.
Actually, no. If I can't slam you, you're definitely getting oil checked.
Yeah. If it's in the room, right? I always I like the muffler. You ever hit him with that?
Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
Did you see me? Did you see me with gorilla hands?
Yeah. It's so good, yo. But yo, I'm curious about like some of the music stuff. I was jamming to your stuff on the way here.
Thank you.
I got a couple songs I wanna ask you about. There's a song you got called "Fishin'" with a PH.
Oh yeah, fishing.
The syncopation in that song's pretty good, man. I really appreciate that. I know you're a big fan of like the math rock thing. And I'm curious, like, where'd you get the name of that song from?
So every time I like make a track just to like play around with, I use Ableton just so everyone else.
Yeah, word.
I'm always just like, what am I gonna name this file? It's either I hit the keyboard a lot, and it's just like a lot of like random letters, or I'm just like pick something in my room. Like I've named a song before Halves and Pieces, and I was like cashews.
Nice.
Cashews, halves and pieces. Like that's what it's called. Well, that's on the label. So I just give my songs stupid names, and when I post them, I put a ridiculous photo.
Yeah,
as the cover.
I noticed. Yeah, you have a pretty heavy song. I think it's called "Save It."
Oh yeah,
who's singing on that?
Oh, that's me.
That's you, dude. That's some pretty good stuff, man. I enjoyed that song a lot.
Dude,
you do the drums and everything in Ableton?
Yeah,
you did some really good drums in that.
Thank you.
I know. You guys got to check it out. It's pretty good stuff.
My boy Mike from Immortals, he always plays that.
Oh, Rakshan, let's go, yeah.
Whenever I go there, he'll put it on. I'm just like, bro, you're embarrassing me.
I could see myself rolling to that song. Do you have like what kind of music do you like to roll to? Like, do you have like a song that's like, oh man, I got it. Like maybe you were taking a rest and this song just came on. You're like, all right, we got to finish the round.
I usually don't roll to music.
No,
because I don't know, going through like when I first started jiu-jitsu, it was always silent. So I was never used to music. But if I were to roll to music, I guess, you know, it depends the session.
Yeah, for sure.
Whenever I was at Ambush, they would have the lo-fi music.
Yeah.
That was a nice chill time. You know, lower the lights, you're with the bros, flow rolling. It's a good time. Very if you're gonna pick up the pace a little bit. Let's get to some old school hip hop.
Yeah, dude. I think one of my favorite things to like what you said, like you pick up the pace, it just gets me like moving where I'm kind of just moving through positions. I wouldn't even call it a flow roll as much as it's like a very informed roll. Like maybe I'm not going like comp hard, but like it's one of my favorite things to roll to is Hypnotized by Biggie. Oh, I don't know what it is about that song,
that's nice.
Bro. You need to roll to that shit though. Like when it comes on, it's like, all right, bro, we gotta do a round right now. I ain't wasting this one. I feel you on the silent thing though. I don't need music to train. I feel like some people really like to roll to music, and it's fun to do that. But it's not like a necessity to me. Like if it was between like, does the gym have music or a gym have a shower? I'm taking the shower every time.
Well, see, like, I mean, like it's always good to train with music sometimes, just to have fun.
Yeah,
but it's
for
also
sure.
good
like
to train without music. You gotta have both because you never know what setting you're gonna be competing in.
Yeah.
For instance, trials was like a house show. They had a freaking the PA was blasting like 80s music. I was like, bro, what's going on? And then you got like other instances, like look at during quarantine UFC. You're literally in a octagon with no crowd and it's dead silent.
You can hear him shit talking. Did you watch the one with Sean Strickland?
Yeah.
You did watch his fight? Yo, he's just talking shit the whole time. Yo, I was like, yo, who is this fucking guy? Some people, man, like, do you talk shit when you roll? Depends on the person.
It depends how I'm feeling, bro.
Yeah.
Because I take pre-workout every time I train or go compete.
Real?
So if I take 2 scoops of C4, bro, expect the worst.
For sure, yo. That's crazy. So in competition, you be talking shit?
Sometimes, if I really want to, I mean, I try not to.
Yeah.
But, it could slip out.
Yeah, for
sure. Could slip out.
I feel that. I feel like, for me, it's, like, usually, like, some Dragon Ball Z noises in and out. Like, yeah, like, or something. That's about all you're going to get out of me. I don't really talk that much. After the match, I'll say stuff, depending on if I win or lose.
No, if I'm in training, I'm gonna talk.
Oh, the whole time.
Like if I'm like trying to choke you with the guillotine and you're not getting choked, I'm just like, just die, bro. Just die.
There's this one guy in my gym. We were going through like some pretty intense like drilling like Johns where like it was just like guard passing for X amount of minutes, right? And it's just like go. And I remember like my coach like the time was wrong on the John, so maybe it was like. It was supposed to be 5 minutes, and like the 3-minute round John was up, and then like it got to 2 minutes, and then he switched it to 5. And the guy I was with was like, "Oh man, is one of my training partners. He's an Indian guy." And I'm like, "Bro, I'm gonna eat your naan bread if you don't keep going, bro. Like, let's go."
Naan bread.
so I come at my guys, and we'll say stuff like that. Like, we always. It's mostly fun when you're watching a roll and you like with your training partners and you get to shit talk from the sidelines to see how they react and stuff. Like I always tell people to oil check them. Like,
oh no, I do. One of my teammates, Cameron Malott.
Yeah.
Actually, no, this all goes back to Immortals. So I was training with Mike one time, and he just starts talking shit. He's like, "What?" He's like, "You're just gonna." He's like, "What? I'm gonna pass your guard." And I'm like, "What?" He's like, he's doing all these psychological games with me, and he wound up passing my guard, and I'm just like fighting for my life to get out. I'm like, I can't let him beat me. Because you like once someone's talking, you do make mistakes.
Yeah.
And then I was like, all right, let me take this.
I remember rolling with Mike. I can't remember if he was shit talking me or not, but I know he wanted that fucking camel crusher really bad on me. And he caught it like a couple times, like a couple variations. And the whole time I'm like, so I filmed his instructional for that. So I knew like what his setups were beforehand. Or like it was, I just knew what he was about. I knew what he was going for and stuff. Just because we were talking about it and stuff. I think that because when I had him on the podcast and we rolled, it was actually before the instructional. But anyway, I know he was going for it. And man, like the whole time I'm like, Mike, it ain't gonna work, bro. It ain't gonna work. 30 seconds left, bro.
Dude, Mike is so funny because like I've seen him like be in a position that he's about to get swept or something, and he somehow like bends his body and do some. Like he'll dedicate his life to not getting swept.
Yeah.
And I just saw one time I saw his body bend, and I'm just like, dude, there's no way this man did that.
Yo, for real. Mike's a beast, man. He has some surprising stuff. I remember the first time I ever watched Mike compete. He had a guy I had on the podcast. It's like a D1 wrestler guy named Eric. And it was at a finishers event during the quarantine. I don't know if you were there at the time, but
Definitely not. I've never been to finishers yet.
Yeah, no, it was a good time. It was like in a barn. It was like the most random shit. It was like this most underground grappling event like ever. But he ended up winning that match. I'm like, yo, like I've been watching like your Cool Rack stuff on Instagram. Like we got to link up. So that's kind of how that happened. But I kind of want to talk about one of the times that I competed last year, and I saw you there. And I remember I had just...
Naga.
Oh, yeah, exactly.
The Naga.
Exactly. So I had just lost a match in front of Matt, like a mutual friend of ours, Matt DeVore. And, like, it was crazy because, like, I lost by, like, 2 points or some shit. Like, this guy swept me or something at the very end. But he had me in a straight ankle. And Matt's the whole time's like, dude, just get double outside and get the heel hook. Like, he's telling me all the right stuff. But I'm just, like... hesitant. It's my first match of the day. Maybe I didn't warm up right. I don't know what it was, man. It was just bad, and I ended up losing in front of my boy. Like my team and like my friend's gym, like it was all like because he was coaching his guy. I think he was coaching Dew right next to me, and I ended up fucking losing by 2 points. I got so mad because I'm like, I would love to rematch with that kid because I would fucking heel hook the shit out of him. Anyway, then like I see you there, and I'm like, all right, man, I'm about to do my gi match. And I came up to you. I'm lamenting. I'm like, yeah, man, I lost my first match, like this, that, and the other thing. And you came up to me, and you said, I'm trying to remember specifically what you said, but you were like, yeah, man, like you just got to put it all out there, man. And if you don't win, just kill yourself.
Straight up.
And the next match, I got my first break I've ever gotten in a jiu-jitsu competition. I ended up breaking this dude's foot. And I came up to you afterward. I'm like, yo, I don't know if you watch my match, but I just fucking broke that guy's foot. So I've had a pretty affectionate relationship with Sam ever since then, just so you guys know the background on why I like this guy so
if
much.
you guys have any motivation before a match, yo, I got you.
Yo, DM the man, get him on the live chat. He'll fucking go right to the core of like what your being is and like confront it.
Bro, when I'm a corner, it's wild. Like,
I bet, yo.
It's like people don't really like say anything to me because I'm like so outrageous, and they're like, yo, I can't really tell this guy to stop, but I'm gonna like be, if one of my teammates or whoever I'm cornering is doing bad, like, yeah, I'm gonna yell at you, I'm gonna curse, and if both of you are doing horribly, I'm gonna yell at the other guy too.
Yeah.
Like my friend, Brando.
Yeah.
When we were doing the RCS, where I did the RKO at, he had a match, and he just didn't he didn't train for it. He just came to do the match. Yeah. And like he was doing horribly, and his opponent was doing horribly, and I'm like looking at both. I'm like, yo, both of you get up. This is terrible. This is nobody so wants to watch this. Yeah. And everyone's like agreeing with me. Yeah. And I'm like,
boo,
dude,
just getting the crowd booing and shit.
Literally.
That's wild. Oh man. Oh, yo, so we got a question out here from Vedinian. Would you ever walk out to your own music?
Christ. Yeah, I'll probably make a track. Actually, no. Look what happened to Tyron Woodley.
Oh, yeah. I don't know, man. I feel like if you lose to your own walkout music, you got to just keep using the song till you catch the W. I feel like you'd have to just do it.
I don't know. After seeing Tyron Woodley make that song, I'm gonna beat your ass, and then go on like an insane losing streak. I don't think he's ever won a fight since he dropped that song. No, like literally.
Damn.
It's true.
Somebody fact check this. Got me second guessing myself. I feel like do you think there's like a psychological element to that where like maybe he psyched himself out with the song and now he's like feeling like what I just said, like you got to prove yourself with your own walkout song?
I don't know. I just saw a meme online that said once he dropped that song, he's lost every single fight.
Yeah. That's pretty rough, yo. But yeah, let me we're on the music topic a little bit. I'm curious, like, where do you get your inspiration from, man? Like, tell me a little bit about the music background, because I feel like that's something I love to talk about.
So, like, when I was like I'm 26 now, so back in the day, like I was like in elementary school and I used to watch MTV.
Yeah.
And that was when MTV started music videos.
Yeah.
So I liked music from there. Eventually I started playing drums, was in the school band, eventually I wanted to join a band, to get girls. I mean, everything I did was to get girls.
Yeah.
Music, get girls, never got any. Working out to get girls, never got any. Fighting, I wasn't for girls, but
Yeah.
I still never got any.
Yeah.
But yeah, I just kind of started making my own music, got recording set up, just kept playing, taught myself, and that was that.
Yeah. So you never took formal lessons?
No, I took a little bit of drum lessons, but it was just
like back then.
It's just like, I mean, if I did take lessons, I can't imagine where I'd be at right now, but
Yeah. Well, I think you honestly took the mantle of a pretty difficult genre of music to write, in my opinion. Like just listening to some of your stuff, like I was pretty impressed by the way your like writing is, because you're using syncopation in a 4/4 to do some really dope like shit, like with the math rock stuff. Like,
Thank you.
I don't even write shit like that. Like I like some odd time signature stuff that I'll write, but it's not the same genre. Just because like that math rock shit, like it's hard for me, man.
See, I just sit down, just hit record. I know how to play to a metronome, so it just makes life a lot easier.
for sure.
But I'm also out of my freaking mind, so
Yeah.
I can make some pretty interesting stuff.
Yeah. What's your songwriting process like?
Like, it's nothing crazy. I literally just sit down for like an hour randomly,
Yeah.
like randomly one day, and I just make a whole song, and that's it.
Yeah. Some of your stuff seems like it ends pretty abruptly, like on your SoundCloud. So like I feel like you have like some work to do on some of them. Like you just haven't written the very end yet.
Oh,
You
no,
just gotta
that's
release
it.
All the
That's
projects.
it.
That's it. Hard ends.
No, because I always like post my music. I'm like, wow, nobody's listening to it.
Oh,
But
man.
I'm just like, I keep posting it because I'm like, eventually, hopefully, my grappling gets big enough where I can get a larger audience worldwide, and then eventually people will like it. Because right now, locally, nobody likes it.
Damn. Well,
So,
dude, that I
it's
think
whatever.
it's interesting. I tell people about this all the time. Like, it's interesting about the podcast specifically, right? Like, the reason most of my guests are martial artists is because in jiu-jitsu, I'm like a drop in a puddle, right? But like my main passion is like music, but in that, I'm a drop in the ocean. Everyone does fucking music, dude. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
There's so much music out there, but grappling, you know what I mean? Like I can be a voice here and help be like give you a platform to spread the same thing. And I had this idea myself. Like I've been kind of collecting. I've been like making some like Yu-Gi-Oh cards of like the grapplers that know music. So I've been collecting like a deck of guys.
Ooh, that's wow. You might be on to something.
Yo, I'm coming up with an idea where like I kind of want to do some collaborative stuff, but I need to meet some more jiu-jitsu musicians first, and then we'll come up with something.
Dude, imagine if you make like jiu-jitsu player cards.
Oh yeah,
They have like
some
baseball
sport
cards.
Yeah, dude. No, that's a whole other idea.
Wow, we might have to do it.
Yo, we'll have to talk offline. About to cut some NFTs and shit.
Yeah.
I have some ideas with that coming up too, but we'll backburn that for now. Back on the topic of music though, like do you have like bands that you really gravitate toward and like it helped influence your style? I'm curious, like where do you get your style from, because it is not a big genre.
See, I don't know. Obviously, a lot of my music sounds like Chan.
Yeah, Chon.
That's a
for
huge
sure.
influence, but when it comes to music, like what I listen to daily is like nobody would expect it. Like I listen to like a lot of Japanese pop music because like I've listened to so much like different styles of music. I like Japanese pop music because it's just catchy.
Yeah.
And it's just like I don't have to listen to the lyrics. I have no idea what they're saying.
Yeah.
So it's soothing.
Yeah, nah, dude, I feel that. There's an interesting thing I remember reading in like a coding forum where people were kind of discussing like what music you listen to like at work. And I used to have like a background like that. So I really gravitated toward like stuff like instrumental stuff. But some people were saying if you listen to music from different countries, because you don't understand what they're saying, you're not focused on the lyrics. So it's a similar kind of thing. So that's interesting that you say that. Like, you're focused on the melody. Like, you're really tuned into that part of it. It's pretty sick.
100%. And like, I mean, like the people overseas, like the way they produce their music is crazy.
Yeah.
Like nothing can compare to like over here. I want to go to see this one group called Perfume. Their concerts, I've watched them online. It's just like, yo, how is this even possible?
Yeah. Tell me about it. I don't know this group. What's the genre? They're like a
Japanese pop.
Yeah.
But like it's so unique, and their choreography.
They have that shit like on stage. Dude,
oh yeah,
dope.
dude, it's just 3 girls, and they're like so cool.
Yeah, dude, I fuck with that shit, dude. You be going to raves and shit? You like that stuff?
I went to like a rave once, and it was awesome.
Dude, I imagine you at a rave. You just got like the sunglasses on with like mad like glow Johns. I'm just imagining.
Are you kidding me? Yeah. With the sunglasses, shorts,
yeah.
jacked
The whole
to the
vibe,
gills.
Yeah. I just like someone was talking to me about like hitting up at the Electric Daisy Carnival thing.
Oh, bro, that's what I went to.
Yeah, you went to the top shelf one. Then.
I think that's what everybody needs to do at least one time in their life,
for sure.
Because it's literally you're in a different universe.
Yeah, for sure, man.
Like you're surrounded by so many people.
Yeah.
Like I've gone to like regular music concerts like Bamboozle, stuff like that. Nothing can compare to an electronic concert, because I don't know, just wow. I want to go to one of those concerts in like the forest.
Oh fuck yeah, dude.
That's probably
or
crazy.
even do like a cool music video in the woods. Like I have some ideas for that.
No,
like,
nothing can beat those Norwegian death metal bands. You just go find a random spot in the woods, take pictures.
Yeah, exactly, dude. I vibe with that though. Like I have like a little EP that I'm working on that's called like Sounds from the Woods, and it's just me sitting with my acoustic guitar on like a log, where I just spent like 4 hours last summer when I was doing the bus trip.
Oh, that'd be cool. You get another mic, you put it next to like a burning fire.
I had it next to the stream that I was over.
Ooh,
yeah,
okay.
Dude. You got the vibe. You know the vibes, yeah.
I get the vibes. I mean, you can have the campfire track, campfire EP, and you can have the water stream EP.
I like that, dude. You got get my wheels turning, yo. So tell me, like, have you performed live a lot? Like, because it seems like performance is a very big part of your grappling and your martial arts journey. So I'm curious, like, if the musical arts part of things, is that like obviously where that stemmed from? I'm curious, like, if that's where it came from.
Yeah, when I was younger, I used to perform a lot. I used to have a band by myself. I actually used to pre-record all the tracks and perform by myself.
Yeah,
because like I was dedicated to doing whatever I wanted to do.
Is everything on your SoundCloud just you?
Yeah, 100%.
Dude, that's crazy, bro. You. I mean,
I got even more music. It's just on my computer. I'm trying to release it.
Yeah.
But what's it called? From there, just always be authentic.
Yeah.
Go out there, have a good time, and do stuff that nobody else is doing.
Yeah. No, I respect
without
that.
being corny.
Yeah.
Some people are just corny.
Yo, you gotta sometimes you gotta do some corny shit before you realize like you just had to turn the knob a little bit this way before it was cool, you know?
Yeah.
I be having this discussion with people like about like 90s cheese in movies. Like you watch back then, like Spawn, for example. Like they were at the cutting edge at the time for CGI, and like John Leguizamo as like the Violator, like he was like eating the fake worms on the pizza and shit. Like you had to do something gross because you couldn't CGI it the way you can do that shit today. But then you also have like the old Batman where like Mr. Freeze is like, "Ice to meet you, chill, Batman." You know what I mean? Like shit like that. So I don't know, man. Like I respect a lot of that stuff, because it set the trends for like what's cool now, like the Avengers movies now, like, you know what I mean? Like it showed you what could be cool in a movie, you know what I mean? So that's kind of my stance on the cheese as far as that goes. Tell me a little bit about the performing though. Like what's the New Jersey music scene like for like you, like a big buff black guy playing fucking math rock?
So metal? I used to go to like a lot of hardcore shows. I used to play in a hardcore band.
Yeah.
And
you played the drums for them?
Yeah, I played the drums, but I wrote like a lot of the music too.
Yeah.
But The music scene has changed from when I was in like middle school going into high school.
Yeah.
Playing shows, going to shows every weekend, and the scene was a certain way, and it was violent.
Yeah, I remember
it was
like
violent.
Slamfest kids trying to fucking just roundhouse kick each other in the head and shit.
Oh, I loved it.
Yeah,
I was a part of it.
Oh yeah, dude. I there's a certain kind of mosh pit I like, and that's not it.
Oh no, yeah, dude, it was beat down all day. We're taking tables and chairs. It was just mayhem.
The crowd killing everybody.
And the best part is, like, these kids would be straight edge too, so it's like they're not even under the influence.
Yeah, for real.
So it's like, yo, what's really going on
sober,
at home?
Yeah, for real. Yo, just sober, smacking people upside the head and shit with objects.
No, there's just one dude named Dark Mark, and he would take off his shoes and literally crowd kill. So when you crowd kill, it's moshing, but he would take his shoes and you would hear the smacks of his shoes.
Were they like boots?
No, regular shoes. Like smacking people's heads. So it'd be like the breakdown. Dun, 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 dun. Or you just hear his shoes clapping people in the head.
Smacking them, yo. Just like the back of the people's heads, like in front of the crowd over here. That's disrespectful, yo.
Dude, I've seen some crazy stuff. I've seen people get hit by chairs. I've seen tables get thrown. Like, you gotta think, a picnic table, dude, where the hell's that coming from?
Yo, for real, bro. I'm gonna tilt the screen really quick because we got questions hard for me to read.
Oh, we got questions. Let's go.
All right, so what do we got? Quick search does not reveal the lose streak correlating with the song, but it was a quick search, he said, and it doesn't look like there's any other questions, just comments, but that's good stuff. So let's talk a little bit more about music. So do you have are you aware of any like jiu-jitsu guys in music? Like, Eddie Bravo got a band. You know that?
He does?
Yeah, dude. I just found out about that from David Weintraub the other day. It's pretty wild.
Oh, maybe I'm going to have to go reach out to Eddie Bravo one day, get a jam session with him.
Yo, for real, dude. That would be fun as fuck. I have this idea, yo, like, where, like, you could have, like, a concert with mats and, like, you're rolling with live music. Like, what's your take on that? Would you go to that event?
Who's it? I would want, like, I want it to be very outrageous.
Yeah.
I don't want like a Van Halen cover band.
Yeah. I feel that.
With the, like, literally, actually that'd be pretty cool. You have a band and you have like the mat in front of the band and then you have the people around.
Yeah. I think it could be pretty sick, man. Like, even if you had the band here and then the mat was like maybe like 20 feet this way and it's just like a giant fucking mat and then just people around in a ring, you know what I mean? So like if you want to roll, you can go here. If you want to just enjoy the music, you're out here. I think that would be a sick idea. I'm working on doing something like that. I might have to hit you up.
Oh, dude. 100% down.
Yeah, let's go, dog. You ever heard of Trivium? You know that band, that metalcore band?
I've heard of them, but I've never listened to them.
Their lead singer and lead guitarist does jiu-jitsu.
Actually, no, I think I've seen him comment on, I think, Gordon's post one time.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, so I saw a verified check and I clicked on him. And it said the guitarist of, I guess, that band.
Yeah, Trivium. That's crazy. I wonder what his stance was on whatever controversial shenanigans that might have been. You don't remember at all?
No.
No idea. That's all good, yo. But that's pretty sick, man. So you like Sean a lot. Do you like do you have like a favorite like guitarist right now? Like where are you getting your influences from? Because I feel like a lot of the stuff you're posting on like your Instagram lately has been pretty like guitar-y music, if you will.
Well, all my stuff recently is just like, it's just me. Like, no, honestly, a lot of my stuff, nobody sounds like me. I can proudly say that. Like, when you hear it, you're like, yo, you can't really say that sounds like anybody.
Yeah, for sure.
Not all my stuff, but a lot of my stuff, you could be like, yeah, nobody sounds like that. Or like when you hear "Save It," you're like, yo, that's like something.
I thought it went into like you know how like SoundCloud like will randomly throw you a new artist like when you're going through like a person's like shit. I thought a new thing came up. I'm like, damn it, man, I'm trying to listen to his stuff, and then I saw the Sam Vorbe there still. I'm like, my man does some fucking metal. What is this? Like, I did not know you were throwing that stuff out there. So that was a pleasant surprise.
Nah, I have like a crazy like metal EP already done. I'll send it to you.
Yeah.
I was gonna drop it, but I was like, I think people might look at me differently after that because it's just too heavy. It's just like, it was just like, because I'm a very calm person. Like, I don't get angry.
Yeah.
So like, I'd rather just put like some crazy like angry stuff in the music.
Yeah. Well, I think
Like,
that's
completely
such
outrageous.
A good, nah, dude. I think that's such a good idea to do that. Like, I've talked to so many artists, whether it's like martial artists or like musical artists or even like people who've been through trauma that like are like image artists, right? And it seems like the best way to channel your negative emotions is through your art. You know what I mean? So I'm sure that album, if it came from a pretty dark place, there's some quality content. You know what I mean?
It didn't even come from a dark place. I was just being an asshole.
Yeah.
No, just like 100%. It's just like, let's see how ridiculous we can make everything. The breakdowns, the lyrics,
so heavy.
like to a point where like you just hear me like screaming random nonsense.
Yeah.
But it's just like when I'm recording, I'm just like, I'll record the take and then I just go right back to being normal.
Yeah. That's sick. Do you have like some ways that you've been using like music to kind of channel your emotions, like to get you focused on things? Like, I'm curious, like what the dynamic is for you, like with the yin and yang between like the MMA versus like the music side of things, because you're actively doing both, you know?
Well, music not so much anymore because
Yeah.
it's just like, it's not really doing
Gotta
anything
find
for
the
me.
time. Yeah, I mean, like you're doing it like
I
you know,
pick up
for
a
you.
guitar,
Yeah.
and like just mess around a little bit, but it's just like, I don't know. Guitar music is just me, like, not even to toot my own horns. Like, I just know how to write a song, I know how to produce it, I can do whatever I want. So, but it's like, I'm not making any money doing it, so it's just like, whatever. It's just a hobby. Jiu-jitsu, I always had to keep working for.
Yeah.
You know, like, I don't know. Someone pay me to write your music.
For sure. Actually, like, while we're on the topic of Mike, I think Mike is Mike Rockshine. He's looking for some people to do some music with his podcast. I think he hit me up recently about that. He needs to hit me back up about it because I kind of want to write some stuff for him.
We can both do a collab.
We should for sure, bro. Yo, Mike Rockshine, where you at? Somebody DM Cool Rack. Tell me we need the metal EP. I think it would be sick to have like some crazy elements with some like weird instruments. I just got a synth with like a
we got to
vocoder
do
recently.
this because
Yeah.
I know exactly what he would like, and then if we put both of our minds together, it's gonna be crazy. And I know once he hears it, he might start sweating.
Yeah.
He might be so souped about it.
Yeah, yo. I've been writing a lot of stuff in like harmonic minor too, which has that like Egypt sound to it, like that Phrygian shit too. You know what I mean?
Yeah, didn't you get like a microchord, right?
Yeah, I did get. Yeah, we were just talking about that. So you already know. I got that vocoder all day, yo.
Dude, I used to have one, and I let this kid borrow it. Actually, I can't even call him a kid. He's a full-grown man.
Full-grown man.
A full-grown man when I was
Like
like in probably like middle school.
Oh man.
I let him borrow my microchord. Never saw him again.
Damn, that bastard. I think he probably avoiding you now. He knows you'll fucking.
Oh
fucking
yeah,
kill his
yeah.
ass.
Oh my god, he's like a little midget too. So I could just pick him up by his like shirt
Yeah.
and be like, "What's up, little man?"
It's like, yo, I'm gonna need that microcord back, guy.
I didn't get that microchord back or $400. Preferably 400.
Yeah, for sure. So I'm curious, like, what are you doing now? Like, obviously, like, martial arts is a huge part of your life now. Is it like paying your bills? Like, what are you doing to supplement like your lifestyle with this? Like, are you working full time and stuff? Like, what do you do?
I'm doing some personal training here and there, doing some little odd jobs, but getting some sponsors right now. And, things are pretty good. Plus I got once I get hopefully I win all these upcoming different tournaments. Once I get that money, I'm gonna flip it, doing clothing stuff. It's gonna be pretty big.
Nice, man. Are you trying to put together like rash guards and stuff? Like, let's talk.
Not
a little bit
rash
about
guards.
that,
I
man.
want to get into the fashion world. I already have like a idea that I'm gonna go for, but I'm just waiting for the right time because I want the platform to be there.
Yeah.
So it all makes sense. It's gonna once it all falls into place. You know, I'm gonna be the biggest thing in this world one day.
Yeah, I respect that, man. It seems like you have a very grandiose vision, which I can relate to. Like, I obviously like have my hand in mad different pots and stoves. You know what I mean? So I respect the shit out of that, man. That sounds really dope. I think clothing is one of those things where I have no idea how I would go about that. Honestly, I will say this though. I like it when I go see a band or like go to support an event and they have something besides t-shirts, like beanies and shit. You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
well, you know what I like a lot too.
I have too many shirts, dog.
I like when people or schools have stickers.
Yeah,
Stickers
I'll
are
hook you up with
huge.
some stickers, dog.
You got stickers?
Oh, I got tons
Let's
of stickers,
go.
bro.
Stickers are huge.
Yeah, I actually have like an exclusive line of my stickers that I've only been given to guests. So you're gonna get one that, you know.
I need
less
two.
than- Yeah, I need two. I don't know, man. Tap me with a fucking RKO. I'll give you two. That's good shit though. So that's pretty cool, man. I like that you have this path that you're creating, right? Where we're going, like, the grappling is going to create the fan base. The music is going to retain interest of people for your creative vision. And then you also have, like, the clothing stuff. Like, that's pretty incredible, man.
And beyond the clothes, I also I'm an artist too, so I'm gonna start making some paintings.
Yeah, man, you're doing the visual art stuff too?
Oh, hell's yeah,
my,
man.
My man's more of a bard of all trades than me, motherfucker. Goddamn.
Man, we're out here just waiting for the time to drop everything, and hopefully the world appreciates it.
Yeah, man.
So when I die, you know, you could be like, yeah, that dude was pretty cool.
That dude was pretty alright. It
was alright.
Yeah, man. I fuck with that, man. What inspired you to have this vision, man? Like, do you have like a story from like your childhood that kind of like gave you an impact, like to want to chase this kind of success? Because you know, I mean, you're an outlier. Like, you face it, right? Like,
I mean, from the beginning, I've always known I'm different. You know, I was born in Haiti. I moved to America. You know, I was an American boy. I always had to go back to Haiti to go visit my family. And, you know, I just never fit in. But regardless, you know, I always felt like I was the shit.
yeah,
And no matter what I did in my life, I did it my way. And I did it in an authentic way that looked good. Well, most of the time. Sometimes it's just like, bro, what the fuck
sometimes
was I doing?
you got that you got to do the corny factor a little bit, man. You gotta filter some things out.
No,
So
it wasn't even corny.
Nah.
It was just I was trying to like cut my clothes, and I just happened to cut them way too high.
Yeah,
So I'm just like, damn.
just showing some armpit hair instead of just the ribs.
No, it was like my testicles were.
Oh my god, bro. Damn.
Yeah,
That's how it be. Yeah, that's cool, man. So you're actually from Haiti, like all your family and stuff.
yeah.
That's pretty wild stuff, man. I had a lot of friends from Haiti growing up.
Also, like people who say they're Haitian, if you don't know my last name, you're really not that Haitian, bro. You really aren't.
What? So like, you don't have to touch on this topic. Like, I know like this is kind of like a pretty like touchy
Did you get
topic.
another question?
Yeah, it looks like we did. We can grab it then.
Perfume has some great.
Yeah, what do we got here?
Oh, I'm glad they know.
What's that? Oh, the mosh stuff. Yeah. Yeah, Vedinian likes that perfume.
Yeah.
That's sick, man. But I was gonna ask, like, what are your thoughts, like, as someone who came from Haiti, like I know there's like a lot of tension between like Dominican people and Haitian people, like on the island. Like, has that changed in your lifetime rather?
I've never seen anything,
Really?
and I've never had to
Yeah.
deal with anything like that. So I don't know.
Yeah.
I've heard of like crazy stories.
Yeah, I know like some people I went to high school with, like I said, like I was friends with a lot of Haitian people, and they would tell me some pretty crazy stuff about, like, you know, it's like,
Yeah, it was crazy.
Yeah.
One time I was in Haiti, my dad, he brings me to like where they do the freaking what's that, black magic stuff.
Oh, like the voodoo shit.
Yeah, the voodoo.
Damn,
and like my dad, he's like he's a really cool guy, but it's just like, what the hell you doing bringing me here? Like, what the hell? Like, we're going down this dirt road, only car in sight. Like, there's a bunch of like naked people. There's dead people, heads everywhere. It's at a waterfall. I'm like, bro, what the hell am I doing here? I'm like freaking out. I'm like, bro, I'm literally in like a third world country.
Yeah, for sure, man. It's a crazy place. I've never been anywhere aside from like Puerto Rico as like the closest thing to like an island over there that I can pick out. But you know, it's just like Diet America there. It's nothing like being over there in like Jamaica or something. You have like, it's crazy, like where you have like some resorts and then like a couple miles
everywhere.
out of that.
Yeah,
Crazy,
it's pretty much everywhere. Like one time, I mean, there's a lot of nice spots in Haiti. Like I love Haiti.
Of course,
you know,
yeah.
Going to the mountains, great time. You know, my cousin's got a nice beach house. We go to the resorts as well.
Too, yeah.
But it's like anywhere you go, there's a good parts and there's bad parts. Same way if I were to go to Iraq right now.
Yeah.
There's some good parts. Yeah, there's a lot of bad parts too. But oh my God, one time I went to Mexico and I left the resort. Jesus Christ.
No, man.
That was crazy.
You felt like, man, I don't know if this MMA is gonna protect me right now.
Oh no, I didn't even do MMA yet. I was
At the
still in
time,
like I think middle school.
Oh, what the hell were you doing in Mexico while you were in middle school?
I was at my cousin's wedding and I was like, yo, screw this, I'm going to the club.
Oh man, bro, that's some wild shit. I don't know about that, man. I at that age, how old were you? What?
Actually, maybe I wasn't. Maybe actually, I don't think I was in high school yet. But dude, I was just always like a wild kid. So
yeah,
of course I wanted to go to the club.
Yeah, all right, man. Fair enough, man. Just troublemaker.
They're not IDing you.
Yeah.
But me, I'm on the dance floor, the most awkward person in the world, just standing there in tight jeans in the scorching hot heat.
For sure, yeah. That's fucking wild. Do you have any stories of using like Jiujitsu or MMA stuff in real life you can share?
Honestly, once I started training, I never really got into any altercations.
That's pretty wild, man. Like, isn't it crazy that like you tend to like the things don't find you the same way? Cause like, you know,
dude, I'm black and I'm jacked.
Yeah. Yeah, that's fucking. I actually this weekend, I was at like a retirement party for somebody, and at the after thing in the bar, there was a little altercation where like a dude grabbed up on a guy and like had him in like the wackest head and arm choke you ever seen in your life. But they ended up on the floor, and I ended up being part of the group that broke it up. But I think like it's crazy that you see like public stuff like way different than like normal people might. You know what I mean? Like normal people are like, oh my God, they're freaking out, and you're just like, this is, once we break this up, we just gotta separate them. Like,
see, like another thing about things in like the world, like if there's ever a situation, I'm gonna avoid it at all costs.
Yo, for sure, bro.
You know, in a fight, in a match, there's a referee, there's a timer, someone can stop it.
Yeah.
I think too much. You know, I want to leave an altercation before it can even begin.
Yeah.
Because one, I don't know who you're with.
Yeah.
I don't know what you have on
pocket.
you.
Yep.
And if I'm gonna have to fight you, I'm going to honestly hurt you. Because it's gonna be me or you at that point. There's no referee.
There's no ref now. Yeah.
You know. So, but you know, anybody's listening, just don't go start problems out there. It's not worth it. You could get arrested, deal with a bunch of legal stuff, lose your life, or you know, make a mistake, take someone else's life, and your life is done for.
For real, right? Accidentally kill somebody. That shit's
don't
crazy,
don't try to be a tough guy.
Yeah, you don't want to like dump someone on their head on the concrete.
Yeah,
now,
and also
now
don't
you have manslaughter on your hands.
If you're in New Jersey, you're kind of safe. But if you're down south, don't yap your mouth away because they will shoot you.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. Oh, we got the kickboxing class going on out there, man. You ever do the kickboxing class here? Is it a good class?
And I do my own striking here. Because I've going through my striking, and there's a certain way I like to train my strike, and I never left the way I was taught.
Mm-hmm. Word. Do you have like a different style of training that you apply to striking versus jiu-jitsu as far as like maybe ramping up for a competition or a match?
Dude, honestly, my striking, I literally work on the basics over and over again.
Yeah.
Over and over again. Footwork, just reps. Just because, dude, once you go in there, it's just natural. Sparring, it's natural. You know, jiu-jitsu, there's a lot.
Yeah.
You know, there's a lot. I prefer jiu-jitsu. A flow roll is better.
Yeah.
Like if I wanted to get my reps in.
Yeah.
Really
you think
well.
you think you can apply your technical stuff a little easier when you're doing a flow roll?
Yeah. 1,000%.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more, man.
But striking, you know, gain that reaction time, you know, 100% before the striking, you know, just knowing distance, how your hips work, how your body feels, you know, all that matters. And the same thing with grappling too, which I've started to learn. Like throughout all my training I've done, anywhere I've trained, I've taken in everything. Anybody who talks to me, I listen. Even people who are a lower belt than me, if they're telling me something, I'm gonna listen. Maybe they heard it from someone at the top of the food chain, you know?
Yeah.
But I'm putting it all into one, and I'm remembering it. So when I do open up an academy, I want to have the best academy in the world one day, full of the most savage fighters, you know? People who have a heart, people who will listen, and people who are down to get dirty.
Yeah. Nah, man, I respect that, man. It's crazy. I think a really good symptom in my experience, seeing people use martial arts as a way to kind of build brotherhood. There's so few things in the world that will do the same thing too. You know what I mean? So building like a solid team that competes together. The only other place you're gonna find something like that is like in the military or something. You know, it's a beautiful thing. But tell me a little bit about this idea. So you're a purple belt now, right? How long have you been training jiu-jitsu?
6 years, but I had to, you know, I tore my ACL at one point, so I took a year off.
Yeah.
And I'm not gonna, you know, sandbag and say like 5 or 4, but 6 years.
Yeah. No, honestly, I mean, you probably.
I hate people who sandbag.
Yeah.
You know who you are.
Yeah. For sure, man. For sure. Well, especially like at your level, you're training actively to beat the best. Yeah, by being the best, you know what I mean? Like,
and honestly, I'm in no rush to get my next belt. You know, I want to be a world-class champion at my belt level. I want to earn it. You know, I just don't want. I see a lot of people who just get their belts for how long they've been training, and it's kind of ridiculous. I mean, it's good for them if you're not a competitor, if you're not trying to be something in the world, if you just want to be a jiu-jitsu practitioner. Yeah. But if you want to be a competitor, dude, you got to earn it. Yeah, 100%. You can't just be given a belt and then when you go out there, you get smoked by a blue belt. Yeah, you know?
For sure. I think 100%. Right. I think for me personally, as someone who, you know, I've trained with some of the best people on the planet. You know what I mean? Like, and it's scary stuff because for me personally, I'm very passionate about jiu-jitsu, and the reasons I got into it are, you know, different than what a lot of people who are doing the practicing of jiu-jitsu at this highest level are doing it for, right? Like, you want to create a name for yourself and eventually build like a brand around yourself because you are an elite grappler. For me, I didn't realize in the beginning of my jiu-jitsu journey, I just wanted like to be competent in self-defense. But as time went on, something that I found that I really like is just the learning and teaching aspect of it. You know what I mean? Like, you get to take on a leadership role and have the discipline, and obviously like talking about jiu-jitsu and being a fucking nerd about it, like just like with the music stuff where we're talking like, oh, dude, like odd time signatures, bro. Like,
yeah, you know what's cool when you meet someone who does jiu-jitsu, when you can have an in-depth conversation about it and know exactly what you guys are talking about.
Like, you ever do that at the bar? Like, you meet somebody that trains and they're like, no one around you's like, what the fuck is Imanari roll?
Yeah, like, exactly. No, there's one time, it was like recently, I was in Hoboken, and there was a bouncer. He had to train at Henzo's.
Oh,
in
nice,
New York.
Nice.
And me and him were just chomping it up, you know, talking about jiu-jitsu, and like one of these guys get taken out of the bar, and I guess his card was still on file, and he went to go get it. And the guy just keeps talking. And I'm like, bro, just calm down. And he went to go get it. Like, you're gonna get your card. Don't give him a problem. He's not doing anything to you. He listens to it and just starts go right back to what he was doing, just ranting on like, yo, I need my card. I'm like, bro, he's getting it. And then he like starts cursing me off. I'm like, word.
Oh man.
So I start cursing him off, and then while he's cursing me off, he's walking backwards, trips, falls face first into a car.
Oh man.
And
like a parked car?
Yeah, a
All
parked
right,
car. A parked car. And me and the bouncer were just chomping over like, yeah, that was the best case scenario.
Yeah, didn't have to the no touch knockout.
The no touch knockout. He just made him look like he made himself look like a fool.
Yo, for sure. Man, some people got the ego, man. I think that's another.
No. Here's the thing. This is like one of those guys who like was like goody two shoes throughout his whole entire life. Graduated
nice
college,
guy.
probably got like, probably went to college, cheated his whole way, was a total douchebag.
Yeah.
Got a good job somehow, probably through his dad, and then thinks he has balls.
He's entitled, right? Yeah.
And I'm like, bro, a lot of people too. If do you think they have money, they think they can fight. No.
Yeah. Power comes in many different forms.
Yeah, you can sue, but no, dude, you can't fight.
Yeah.
So don't even like try talking.
Yeah, it's funny. Like you ever see that? Like on the internet, you see this all the time with like dudes with like these mad fancy cars, and they just get them trashed. How's it going? Yo, for sure.
Fire inspection.
Oh yeah.
Hey guys, we got Cameron Malott in the building.
Oh yeah, I remember this guy from Emerald City, man. He was running around doing it. But I had what was I saying? You see these guys like, you got the money to buy the Ferrari, but then you don't know how to use it, so you crash that fucking thing. You know what I mean? The same kind of guy.
I would kill myself if I did that.
On video, right?
I would kill myself.
It's
like
the worst.
100%.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
Yeah, be a clear pathway to the exit door.
Oh, word.
That was definitely in the way of a clear pathway.
It checks out. What happened to your foot, man?
Oh, I inside hit myself on Santa's belt.
Yeah.
It happens, man. Yo, it happens, brother. So we got a question really quick. So, has a certain style like Taekwondo, Muay Thai, kickboxing, etc., influenced your striking the most? Like, where do you feel like your striking is most dominant?
I guess a lot of my kicks, but that's why I like full MMA because I get to use everything all together.
Yeah.
Whenever I would just do pure kickboxing rounds or boxing rounds, honestly, I'm going to probably take you down. I don't care.
Yeah.
But, respect to all the boxers and kickboxers who are still around because that's a lot of cardio and getting hit hurts a lot.
Yeah, for sure.
And you need a gas tank for that.
Yeah.
But,
I remember, I remember sparring with somebody who like has a pretty prominent boxing background. Like I did a little bit of boxing before my jiu-jitsu, so like I know how to not lose a street fight, you know what I mean? But he like knew like considerably more than me, and he outweighed me. And bro, there's something about like getting fucked up on the feet like by someone bigger than you that has like a little bit of takedown defense. It's
let
like,
me tell you,
it's a nightmare.
I was sparring Carl Robertson. We were just fooling around one time.
Yeah.
Bro, this guy is a freaking specimen.
Yeah. Takes one to know one.
That was the only he's the only person to like hit me with the liver shot and my body just shut down.
Damn, yo.
And it wasn't even that hard. Well,
Yeah.
in his eyes.
In his eyes, right? Just the precision, right?
Yeah,
It's crazy,
just the
man.
precision and like, dude, his leg's a tree trunk, so it's just like,
Oh, he kicked you in the liver?
oh yeah, dude. No, because
Bro.
like I kept blocking a certain way. He's like,
Yeah.
oh, you're gonna keep blocking like that? You're leaving your liver exposed.
Oh, man.
And of course, I left my liver exposed. I got hit. Dropped.
That's awesome.
Jesus.
It's one of those things, man. Like sparring hard rounds like that.
No, it wasn't hard though.
It wasn't even a hard round. He
It
just
wasn't even
caught
hard.
you
Like
with some
I've
bullshit.
dropped a lot of people myself for liver shots, and I
Yeah.
didn't even like. It wasn't even a hard round. If you get hit in the liver, it happens. Like who's that? Who's that French guy in the UFC? I forgot his name. He hit someone with the liver shot. He dropped them. Liver shots are pretty brutal to watch.
Yeah, I think Did you see that buggy choke that happened in that MMA match like last month or something
Really?
like that too?
Nah.
Dude, that shit, it's crazy, man. Like, I'm just thinking of like we're on the MMA topic, like just crazy stuff that like
Exactly. You're gonna
outs
get
people.
especially in MMA. If you buggy choke me, I'm slamming you.
Oh, for sure, bro. You're
Remember
getting
when
dumped on the head.
Rose got slammed?
Oh,
Wasn't it by Amanda Nunes? No, it was by Andrade.
Yeah, I don't know.
Doug Rose,
Yeah.
where she got slammed on her head and knocked. She got
knocked out.
She went to the
Yeah.
graveyard.
Yeah. So I had a conversation with the Reaper. That's rough stuff, man. No, I don't think I saw that match.
Oh, I'm gonna send it to you later.
Yeah.
You're gonna be like, Jesus.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
They don't even replay it.
Yeah. Dude,
Usually the UFC loves replaying stuff like that.
Yeah, they were just like, ew. It's like, all right, on to the next one. Yeah, dude, I actually just went with Tom Sellemer to go see a UFC match in Texas, the UFC 271. And that was the one where Derek Lewis fought Tuivasa.
I didn't watch
the
that
Shui
one.
guy. It was pretty good. I think the headlining fight was Adesanya versus Whitaker. But the best fight, in my opinion, was there was this Russian guy, Morozov, versus De Silva. He's like a Brazilian guy.
Well, the Russian guys are always good.
Bro, and it was against a Brazilian guy, dude. It was a fucking bloodbath, bro. That was probably my favorite. And I got to see it live. It was probably my favorite fight I've ever seen.
Bro, like some of those fights, which one was a good one? Like when I was watching, Christ, I forgot which fight it was, but watching some of those fighters and how much punishment they could take. Like when it was John Jones versus, I forgot his name. Like, dude, John Jones, like, literally killed
That's
this guy.
disgusting, man. Yeah.
No, like, he side kicked his knees, kicked him,
Bro.
punched him, everything. Was about to kill him.
What do you think's worse, like in MMA, like getting leg locked or getting like leg kicked?
Dude, what? Leg lock, 100% for sure.
Dude, I hate watching a leg kick that just fucks a dude's leg up and then shit just gives out. Ugh. That's the worst.
Ooh.
Damn, bro, they're punching on the other side of this joint.
Yeah.
Man, this guy going crazy. But yeah, let me just double check the time here. So we've probably been going an hour. I got a couple
Yeah.
more questions. We can move on to like get some rolls in here. We're working with like 7 p.m. I know we got to be out of here by 7:30. So I wanted to kind of close with like obviously like what do you have coming up? What and also I wanted to ask like, do you have any matches coming up that you're excited for?
Definitely the Ironman grappling. There's a
Yeah,
lot
you
of
mentioned that one.
high-level people going to be involved in it.
Yeah, Rose versus Andrade.
Rose versus
Yeah,
Andrade.
Jessica
That was
Andrade.
brutal.
Yeah.
What's up, Sam? Oh, it's Gaetano.
Hey.
Hey, what's good, man? Miss you.
Yo, for real. He lives close to here? Gaetano, you live close to here? I'm at Tom DeBlas's right now.
Yeah,
Might have to get a beer
He lives
with
in
Gaetano
Vorbe.
later.
Oh,
Right?
yo.
I think he lives around here. I
Hey,
saw it on
if
the
he's
GPS.
down, I'm totally down.
Yeah, for real.
But,
Yeah, good dude to have on. I couldn't agree more, yo. It's like, so the only guy I know stronger than you. Like,
Oh my god, dude, he's a strong.
I know he
motherfucker.
is. I'm putting a target on your back. Oh, that's awesome, man. Yeah, we might have to hit up Guy after this, get a beer or something.
Oh, dude, we're gonna shoot you a text after this.
Yeah, for sure. But yeah, man. So we got the Iron Man stuff coming up. Let me ask you this: do you have a match, like a dream match, like you versus this person that you would like to do?
Dream match. I guess my dream match would literally have to be Gary Tonin,
Really?
because you know I learned under him. A lot of my style is from him, and I don't know, that would just be exciting.
It would be incredible, dude. Yeah.
You know, once I reach that point.
Yeah.
Right now he'd smoke the shit
Yeah,
out
I
of me.
mean, it would just be a fun exercise, honestly. Like for me personally, it's just fun to get to spar with like some of these people and just
No,
roll
it's so
with them.
funny 'cause,
but to
like-
like have a crazy match, like would you want an MMA fight, Tonin?
I mean, sure, I'm down to
Damn,
MMA
dude.
fight anybody, but
Gonna get heel hooked, bro.
that'd be interesting
Yeah,
for sure.
for sure, yo.
But like definitely Gary's definitely the number one grappler martial arts I look up to, so yeah.
Yeah.
100%.
I think it's pretty crazy stuff. Like what was going on like he had recently like lost that one match, and like just like the people that were trying to troll on him and say like, oh, your Instagram says undefeated still, like, and trying to you see that what happened there?
Oh no, I did not.
It was just like some bullshit. Like the people trolling him is fucking ridiculous, bro. Like. Some of these people on Reddit.
How
and
can
shit,
people
dude.
troll
like,
him? Like,
for
you
real.
go do what he has done.
Yo, for real, that's what I'm
Look
saying,
how many
bro. Like,
matches he's had.
how could
Dude,
you have like
5-time EBI champion? Are you kidding me?
for real, bro? Like the dude's record is like something these people can never aspire to. Like anyone that's insulting him, you know what I mean? Like
It's gonna sound
some
super
of these fucking
weird, but I
people,
remember
dude.
my background used to be a picture of him winning the EBI, his last EBI he did, and I was like, I want to feel that feeling.
Yeah.
You know, just going through all the matches the way he did, and just getting the money too.
Yeah, for sure, man. Nah, Tonan's a beast, man. I think some of my closest friends in grappling aspire to Gary Tonin just because he came from this area, man. Like he's a beast from the Northeast. You know what I mean? Like you'd be foolish not to respect his thing. But let me ask you this: how about, is there a match you'd like to see between two people?
I mean, it's already in the works. May
yeah?
May 20th. You
What is
got
that?
Gary versus Ty.
Rotolo.
Yeah.
I saw that
And
just
then-
happen, right? Like he just put that out.
And then Cade versus Shinya Aoki.
Yeah,
I wonder
yeah.
how that's gonna freaking
Bro, that
go.
whole thing's gonna be pretty
I
epic,
think
man.
Aoki can only get choked.
Yeah.
I don't think you're gonna heel hook him.
Yeah, we got them tiny Asian feet, right? The toe slip and all. That's beast stuff, man. Let me ask you this though. Last question here. Rematch. Is there a rematch you'd like?
Oh yeah. I forgot his
He said
name.
I got the list right
Tommy something from Royal BJJ. You're a hoe, bro. You blocked me. Like,
He blocked you?
straight up.
What happened? You beat him or he beat you?
So he beat me because I wasn't on the point system yet. I was
Yeah,
still
you were
sub
still
only,
all over the sub only scene.
but I was
yeah.
attacking him like a dog. And then the way he like promoted his win, I was just like, bro, like if I was allowed to heel hook you, I would have ripped your leg off.
Beat you with it.
Like I literally had your leg in the position where I could have grabbed your heel. I just couldn't do heel hooks.
Yeah.
So yeah, I would love to do a rematch against him. And also his last match he did, the way he celebrates when he did literally absolutely nothing.
What
it's
are you?
just like-
Oh, he's just like a 10.
No, he'll literally just gonna stay in one position
Yeah.
and then celebrate like he just won ADCC.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, bro, what the hell?
Yeah, I feel that. Yo, Sam's gunning for you, Tom so and so.
I think his name is Timmy. I have no idea.
Timmy Turner. Better make a wish. That's awesome though, man. Well, we're gonna pack some things up. I definitely want to catch some rolls with you. So I'm gonna let you do an outro, man. Give shout outs to anybody, training partners that you want to say anything to. I'm gonna go ahead and thank Tom DeBlas again for letting us use the space.
Yes, thank you, Professor. Thank you for having me a part of the team. Thank you, Roll Bliss. Thank you to all my teammates. Thank you to anybody who made it this far and listening. And Gaetano, thank you so much, man.
Yeah,
I'm saying thank you now. I was reading it before while he was talking. I would like to multitask. But
Yeah.
thank you, everybody. And thank you, Brad, for coming through.
Hell yeah, man.
Oh, wait, you're going to watch us hug.
Oh yeah. Yo, one more thing though. I brought the ukulele. Can you do an outro song? Just make something up.
Yeah, let's do it.
Let's do it. I just copped this drawing at the thrift store for like $8, bro.
Let's do it.
It's the best $8 ukulele. I'm gonna bring the mic close.
Goodbye. Yeah, that's it.
All right, I'll take it, bro. Thank you very much. Make sure you guys follow Sam Vorbe, and that's it.
Peace.